Michelle, you were extraordinary in this film. Oh
Thank you so much.
God. And
Thank
you know,
you.
how much did you even know about the Gettys before you started the role?
I didn't know anything, but as soon as I was asked to do it, there began my research, and so thank God for the internet for situations like this. You can find these clips. It's so amazing that people have archived it. But so there are these few clips that existed of Gail, and I spent a lot of time with those, poring over the way that she held herself, her manner, her mannerisms, her speech patterns, and her intensity.
Yes. What an intense woman, really. Like how she kind of, I mean, what mother can hold it together? It's impossible, as you wouldn't well know. But she seemed to hold it together. That's extraordinary.
She's trying. I think that she is trying valiantly to hold it together. She's also in a state of shock. I find that when you're really in the midst of something, it's hard to break down and let go. It's when that thing is behind you that you have to begin the work of trying to understand what just happened. But she's single-minded, and she really wants to be allowed to use her head in the situation. You know, this is a man's world, and if she collapses, they're going to put her on a cot and retire her. And what she's asking is to be taken seriously, to be considered as a partner, to be given all the information in the situation, and that's only going to happen if she stays hard-nosed.
Yeah, and to have a man who has all the money in the world and he won't save his grandson, to me, is just the most extraordinary thing.
Isn't it? Rationalizations and justifications. People can come up with any excuses for their own behavior.
Yeah, that is so true. That's a good quote. I'm going to borrow that one. I have to ask you, as an actress, you shoot a movie, you know, you've worked hard on, you've memorized all these lines, as far as you're concerned, it's done, I'm moving on to my next thing. And then you get a call, you need to redo everything. How do you wrap your mind around something like that? Where do you begin?
You immediately say yes. When it's this guy, when it's this Ridley Scott, when it's this movie, when it's this part that was such a big deal for me to be asked to do. I haven't been in a movie like this and carrying such a load. It was a lot to be trusted with, and I was so excited for the challenge. And when all of that looks like it's going to be flushed down the drain, it's too bad.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but it's too bad. And when somebody gives you the opportunity to redo that, it's very exciting and enlivening. And also it's Ridley, and we were all in love with him. He's a gentleman and a scholar and a prince among men. This guy is a good guy. And if he asks you to do something, you say yes with a smile.
Yeah, well, you really, really outdid yourself in this one. And I want to know, I mean, Christopher Plummer is one of our great Canadian actors. I mean, this man couldn't be, he's extraordinary.
He is.
But what he did in this film in 10 days, I mean,
beautiful,
at 88, I don't even remember what I ate for breakfast this morning, seriously, right? What was it like for you to work across somebody like him?
I know, he had so little preparation, and he cared so much and came so unbelievably prepared. And was always working on his part, always working on his lines, always saying, you know what, I'd love to have dinner, but I'm gonna go rest and work. I'm, you know, jet lagged. And it was a beautiful thing to watch, the kind of things that flicker across this man's face, and his subtlety and his truth are inspiring.
What do you learn from him, working with somebody like that as an actress?
Well, I learned, it was really my daughter who had pointed it out. She said, you know, Mama, when I watch him, he's so still, he's not doing anything, but yet I feel everything.
Wow. Oh my God, you just made me have goosebumps, Michelle.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You are extraordinary. And also, I'm going to give you props for Greatest Showman, too, because, you know, I'm a musical babe, so you're just, wow. You're just amazing. So wonderful to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Likewise.